suspension to the half-back line, but Brian Cullen misses out because of his ban. Michael Dara-McCauley partners Eamon Fennell in the middle. The Armagh midfield has been restructured after their defeat to Mayo. James Lavery is paired with John Kingham, with Malachy Mackin now at centre forward. Kieran McKeever returns at centre back, with Colin Waters named in the forwards. Alan Brogan. First start of the league campaign. His brother Bernard is on the bench. Paul involved too. Here's Eamon Fennell. Paul Brogan blocked down by Kieran McKeever. That right hand outstretched. It breaks for Mossy Quinn. Now to Owen O'Gara. 1-5 he scored against Laois. O'Gara gets away from his marker very easily, looking for the first point of the game. The goalkeeper saying it's wide, but the umpire disagrees. Philip McAvoy thought that was wide, but Owen O'Gara, who is in fantastic form, and Dublin in the 3rd minute take the lead at Croke Park. Decent kick from McAvoy. There's no wind at all. Great catch from Michael Dara-McCauley, having the better the two Dublin boys are of that midfield area. Michael Dara-McCauley has gone down injured following the play with Mossy Quinn. Can go left or right. Goes outside, and a goal by Dermot Connolly. He went left, and Connolly absolutely buried that. McAvoy in the Armagh goal could only look at it as it sailed by. Wonderful goal, great finish from there. He still had an awful lot to do, Dermot Connolly. He's been in super form, and that full forward line absolutely flying. Already the signs not good for Armagh. Drew with Cork, remember, then beat Kerry, came back down to earth against Armagh. Michael Dara-McCauley getting into the groove, so is O'Gara. That was blocked down again. Another important intervention. On that occasion it was Brendan Donaghy who came to Armagh's rescue. Declan McKenna, and they are rattled big time. Could be in for another goal. Mossy Quinn, brilliant finish from Quinn. Terrible errors from the Armagh defenders. McKenna giving the ball away, no need to do that. Gave McKeever no chance. Went for precision, placed it in there. That's a great goal, and 2 goals in the space of about 60 seconds for Dublin, and Armagh are in a right mess. Michael Dara-McCauley staying involved with the attack. Dermot Connolly. Connolly had his jersey pulled back, and they're enjoying this now, really in the groove. Paul Flynn. Malachy Mackin. Gavin McCarland. Rory O'Carroll, the Dublin fullback, has to go back for help. Has it from Colin Waters, who's been prominent for Armagh. Now the shot from Aidan Forker, has he managed to hang on to that? That is a super point from Aidan Forker. Armagh need more of that, and pretty quickly. Their second score on the board in the 19th minute, but that's a glorious point. Oh, that's risky, far too risky. Mistake by Kevin Dias. Michael Dara-McCauley driving right at the Armagh heart again. Here's Connolly. Connolly slots it. 3 goals in the first half, and Dermot Connolly has got 2 of them. But again, Armagh had possession of the football, and they gifted straight to Dublin. And Michael Dara-McCauley bringing real purpose and drive to the Dublin attack, running at Armagh at every opportunity. That's a gorgeous finish. Again, precision. 2 goals for Connolly, 3-6 to 4 points. Michael Dara-McCauley. He's just invited to drive again at Armagh. He will run all day, still going. Sets it up for his midfield buddy, Eamon Fennell. Fennell bearing down on goal. A point in the end, a good save by Philip McAvoy. Fennell went for power that time, absolutely drilled this, but straight at the goalkeeper, Philip McAvoy. Paddy Andrews is on for Dublin. Alan Brogan goes off. That's a great ball in to McParland of Armagh. Still a goal chance, and it's put in the back of the net by Caelan Rafferty. And at last the Armagh fans here in Croke Park have something to shout about. Good save initially, and Caelan Rafferty on hand to slot this home. And maybe, just maybe, there is some hope from Armagh. They've been much better in the second half, no question about it. Simon Fennell. Davy Byrne, the Dublin sub in. Owen O'Gara out in front of his man. Diarmuid Connolly, he's got 2 goals already. Is this 3? Oh yes it is, the hat-trick man, Diarmuid Connolly. And again, just the pace and the power tore Armagh to shreds. It was all too easy, and once he got here, just one thought on his mind, and another beautiful finish. 4 goals for Dublin, 4-13 to 1-8, 2 league points coming up. They haven't really been in question since they got to half-time. Brian Mallon, free in against Philly McMahon, who has a yellow card against him. Philly McMahon, the Dublin cornerback, so is in discipline going to come back to haunt Dublin again. And Philly McMahon has to walk. 2 yellows mean a red, and the Dublin cornerback has been sent off. Not a popular decision with the fans on Hill 16, but Dublin down to 14, and the free slotted over by Brian Mallon. But the red card issue will be a talking point after this game. There have been so many plus points for Dublin, a huge score, 4-17 to 110 now. They finished the match with 14 players. Philly McMahon sent off for 2 yellow cards, but all in all, a very impressive showing by Dublin. They won it by a huge margin, kicked 13 wides as well. Dublin have beaten Armagh 4-17 to 110.
They opened us completely up by running at us from all areas of the field. We get totally wiped out in the middle of the field and in that middle section, and when you do that, you're always going to put your defence under awful pressure.
I thought our discipline had been brilliant up to that time, and looking at it on the screen, it looked like he was just going for the ball, and he was a bit clumsy. So, but look, we can't afford to be clumsy. We have to eradicate it, because you can't be losing men, and that's too many times now.
Yeah, any doubts about Dublin being able to get back into the groove after the exploits of last year have surely been dispelled in their last 2 games. Kieran Whelan, they started off with a defeat, of course, against Kerry. Then there was the abandoned game against Mayo. But certainly in those last 2 games, Dublin seem to be up and running again now.
Yeah, they've shaken off the early season cobwebs, and they're back on track to retain their title. Effectively this game is over. They had 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. They were 8 points up after 15 minutes, and it was simply game over. But they done what they had to do. They were clinical. They took their goals when they got the chances. They ran at the Armagh defence, were dominant in the middle of the park. And Armagh, it was a poor performance, poor Armagh performance. Hard to believe that 5 weeks ago they beat Kerry. They were sloppy in possession. They gave away possession far too easily.
There were lapses in that Armagh defence, there's no doubt about that, and Diarmuid Connolly in particular punished them.
Oh, fantastic, like the 3 goals, this fantastic finish, a great turn first to get the ball off Mossy Quinn, and a superb finish, keeps it low. Michael Darragh-McCauley, direct running right at the defence all day, slips it over, and Diarmuid Connolly off his left foot just picks a spot in the corner of the net. He had Alan Brogan and Owen O'Gara inside, could have put it into them, but absolutely fantastic finish. Great ball here by Davy Byrne. Owen O'Gara does the simple thing, lays it off, and he takes the ball at pace from 30 yards, and then simply brilliant finish into the corner. So like Diarmuid Connolly is in the form of his life, there's no doubt about it. He's came of age. It's hard to believe that in 2010 he wasn't in the panel. Yeah. He was left off the panel. He was left off the panel when I was involved as well. He has matured, he has grown up, and he is in fantastic form. He's going to be a big factor in Dublin's defence this year.
Oh, I think you're right about that. OK, next up here on the programme was the meeting of Laois and Cork from Portlaois last night. Now, this was that controversial forfeit of home fixture for Cork, leaving their opponents with an unexpected extra game in Portlaois in this campaign. At O'Moore Park for us last night was Marty Morrissey.
Well, as you say, Michael, home advantage is very much a bonus, but last week Laois didn't avail of the opportunity when going down to Dublin. This is the Laois team tonight. Brendan Quigley is out due to a 1-match ban, so MJ Tierney gets a chance to show off his talents. Pádraig Clancy is injured, so Adrian Kelly is named in the starting 15. Cork manager Conor Coonahan makes 3 changes to his team. Valley Rovers and Munster goalkeeper Alan Quirk takes his place between the posts. Interestingly, all-star midfielder Aidan Walsh is a late replacement for Barry O'Driscoll, while Pierce O'Neill gets the call up to centre forward. It's a match that was supposed to be played on the banks of the Lee, but obviously due to the imposition of this punishment, Cork had to travel here to the Midlands. So can Laois take full advantage? Ross Munnelly was in fine form last week. He hasn't lost his touch in the space of 7 days. Ross Munnelly in fine shooting form. Donnacha O'Connor, surrounded. Lovely pickup by Kerrigan. Nemo Rangers, they know their football in Cork City. What about this for skill by Kerrigan? Absolutely beautiful. Nice combination football from Cork. Noel O'Leary is there, so too is O'Neill! A cracking shot! He just has the knack, the talent, the skill to shoot spectacular goals. Watch this for potentially goal of the month in the month of March. He crashed it past Owen Gulligan. Aidan Walsh goes for distance. Donnacha O'Connor did so well here up against Peter O'Leary. What about the finish? It's just as good. But you have to say that Cork are already showing a little bit of class. Release far as Billy Sheehan. John O'Loughlin. You can see the determination before being brought down by Pearse O'Neill. Yellow card, I'm sure, for the centre half forward. Billy Sheehan over towards centre back Kevin Meaney. Lays it off quickly to Darren Strong. Chance here at the end of it all is going straight between the posts. Paul Cahalan will get the credit, but Laois having to work so hard to prize an opening in this Cork defence. Pick up by Graham Canty. Noel O'Leary takes the free and hitting it so long. Up towards Donnacha O'Connor. Great catch, lays it off. Chance for Aidan Walsh. Oh, he blazes it over the crossbar. But there is trouble in Portlaoise. And Cork are posing all sorts of problems. A wonderful catch by Donnacha O'Connor. Walsh here. Cullerton advanced off his line, and it is a point. Billy Sheehan. Just taking his eye off it momentarily was Damien O'Connor. You don't do that against a really good side like Cork. And Laois are in trouble big time. Aidan Walsh inside, there's a chance of another goal. His name is Colm O'Neill. But Cork are absolutely prizing open this Laois defence, and Laois are facing a hammering. Aidan Walsh to Colm O'Neill, crash, back of the net. MJ Tierney takes the hits from Graham Canty. Chance here for Laois as they go for the goal. There's a blatant push in the back. Pearse O'Neill going to be spoken to. Yellow card. Second yellow on the way, it would seem, and that's a red. Ross Munnell. In the centre, John O'Loughlin. 4 players around him. Pops it out as far as Munnell. Chance for Colin Begley, who's been quiet all evening. Good effort. Good score. Difficult angle. Just a few metres inside that sideline, far side of the field. Are they worried? Doesn't look it so far, I have to admit. Paul Kerrigan with Kerr Healy. Nice little jink inside by Kerrigan. Still Kerrigan. Needs a little bit of support outside. Has to drop the ball under a lot of pressure. Still Kerrigan. Cork retain possession. Colm O'Neill. It's high. It's dropping right over the crossbar. Colm O'Neill now has a personal tally of 2 goals and 3 points. Ross Munnelly. Peter O'Leary is having a go, but it's dropping well wide. The full-time whistle blows in O'Moore Park. it's quite clear that Laois have a problem in terms of their depth of talent. Full-time score in O'Moore Park is Cork 214, Laois 10 points.
Obviously, Laois are a bit weaker than usual tonight, so all in all, we'd be happy enough with it, but very much aware of a lot of work to be done.
I firmly believe that the team will show the character and resilience to be able to come back and prove that they're bigger men and better footballers than they showed tonight.
Yeah, the points to Cork and another home defeat for Laois. Kieran, of course, Cork are at home next time to Kerry. Now, that's always, a lively contest, but it's added to now by the fact that they had that victory last night.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose what's important is the DRA have referred their punishment back to the CCC. So they've got that out of the way now. They've taken their punishment rather than maybe risk it next week, and they can go down to Páirc Uí Chaoimh, which should be a cracker. But last night, they probably played their best 25 minutes football that they have done in a couple of years, and they blew Laois out of the water by just playing a direct game. Laois played a sweeper system that was ineffective all night, and it was a second poor performance for Laois, so worrying times for Laois.
You've picked out a few clips of Cork's play because they tried to get the game going the last time against Donegal. Didn't quite work as well.
No, they've been poor this year, and particularly against Armagh, they went very defensive. But last night it was quite clear that they were playing a long ball, direct ball. And if you're going to beat a sweeper system, you just put long, direct ball, and you put three guys in there that can win ball. Aidan Walsh, Donegal O'Connor, and Colin O'Neill can all win their own ball. So if you can hit long, direct ball in, they can win it. You're going to get scores as a result of it. That was a direct ball straight across. Aidan Walsh, runner comes in. Simple point. So they done this all night, and it was certainly